I used to think she was my soulmate, but at a party, right in front of all our friends, she admitted she settled for me and that her ex was probably the love of her life. I'm 33. She's 31, and we've been together for 6 years. We met through mutual friends, and it was one of those whirlwind romances. She was witty, daring, and effortlessly captivating. I was completely smitten. I wouldn't describe myself as the alpha type, but I work in IT, earn a decent income, stay fit, and have always tried to be kind and supportive. I thought that was enough. Recently, though, something shifted. She became distant, not exactly cold, just indifferent. She still sleeps beside me and texts me, but the warmth is gone. I blamed it on work stress. She works in marketing. Still, it gnawed at me. The breaking point came at a friend's dinner party last weekend. We'd had a few drinks. We're laughing, sharing stories, and somehow the conversation turned to first loves and the one that got away. Someone asked if she believed in soulmates. She laughed and said, "I mean, my ex was probably the love of my life, but he was a disaster. So I settled for safe." There was a pause, a beat of silence. The words hit me like a punch. She realized how it sounded, got nervous, and gave this awkward little laugh. Then she quickly tried to cover it up with a smile. "I mean, safe is good, right? Stable, reliable." The room fell quiet for a moment. Everyone tried to laugh it off, but I couldn't breathe. It felt like getting kicked in the gut with a smile. I had always believed I was the love of her life, her soulmate, especially considering how harshly she had spoken of past partners. Later, I confronted her. She brushed it off, saying, "You're being sensitive. I was just joking. You know I love you. Don't overthink it." But now I can't stop replaying it in my head. I've been left wondering if I was just a placeholder, a backup plan. Her words weren't a joke. She was tipsy, and she spoke the truth. People don't accidentally declare their ex was the love of their life in front of everyone. That's what she actually thinks. You weren't her partner. You were her insurance policy. Don't let her dismiss it as you being sensitive. That was cruel, plain and simple. The silence in the room spoke volumes. Everyone heard the disrespect. The real question isn't whether you can forgive her. It's whether you can respect yourself while staying with her. You're 33. Don't waste another 6 years being someone's safe bet. Find someone who genuinely chooses you. Update 1. 5 days later. Thanks to everyone who commented and messaged. I read every single one. A lot of people said what I feared to admit myself. She meant what she said. Even if she tried to backtrack at the party, the truth was out there. I've been stuck in my thoughts, replaying moments from our relationship and noticing how her affection changed over time. It feels forced now, like she's just going through the motions. I sat down with her again, calmly, and explained how much her words hurt. I asked if she really believed what she said. She sighed, looked away, and said regretfully, "I didn't mean it like that. I was stupid to say those things, especially in front of everyone. You're a good guy, really. I was just drunk and said something dumb. Please don't take it the wrong way." I gently pressed her for more, but she shut down. She tried to lighten the mood, laughed nervously, and added, "Maybe I was just being honest, too honest." That hit me harder than the initial comment. During our conversation, she never once called me her soulmate. All she said was she loved me and that her ex was in the past. I didn't try to push further. I told her I needed space and have been staying at my sister's place since. Update 2. 6 days later. I realized I was never her first choice. Just a safe option she settled for after realizing her true love couldn't give her the life she wanted. I packed my things while she was at work. Maybe 60% of the items in the apartment, including things I paid for myself. TV, computer, laptop, air fryer, microwave, dishwasher, the bed, and the couch. I also took the dog. He's been mine since before we met, and he's 10. No way I was leaving him behind. Everything went into storage. I've rented another place that will be available in about a month. She and I were leasing the apartment together, with 4 months left on the lease. I'll speak with the landlord tomorrow to see if I can exit early. If I have to pay for the remaining months, I will. But this time, I'll only pay 50%, instead of covering 70% like before. She's texted me multiple times since. First, angry messages. Then guilty ones admitting that everything bad in the relationship was her fault, and now desperate ones. But it's too late. The damage was done the moment she said her ex was the love of her life. It confirmed what I had suspected. I was her backup plan. In the beginning, she gave 100% to us. Over time, that dropped to maybe 30% once she realized I was locked in. I'll wait for the lease situation to resolve, and then block her. Thanks to everyone who reminded me I wasn't crazy for feeling this way. Best comments. Taking the dog and my belongings was the right choice. She can't erase the fact she treated me like a safety net. Protecting your peace and property is exactly what you should do. As for the housing situation, yes, it was complicated. The apartment we ended up leasing wasn't the first one we tried. She had issues with the location, primarily because it was far from her work, and started noticing things she didn't like.